Hello, I'm Jeremy York, a sales representative for Keith Manufacturing. Keith Manufacturing is a third-generation family business that was established and has operated here in the heart of Oregon since the early 1970s. For nearly half a century, Keith Manufacturing has been an industry leader in material handling with our walking floor conveyors. We've become the most reliable and trusted solutions manufacturer for difficult and hard-to-handle materials. From that experience and our dedication to constant improvement and continuous innovation, we're proud to introduce the Lean Line Conveyor. When we went to designing this new chain conveyor system, our engineers put a lot of time and thought into safety precautions. A lot of existing chain systems have a lot of pinch points, tensioning systems, things that have to be guarded, a lot of exposed gears. Our system has none of that. We keep our gears are very tight in here. We protect them with UHMW blocking, so really nothing can get in there. Very minimal guarding required to meet OSHA requirements on this thing. You know, it's built heavy duty and with safety of the operator and employees in mind. The reliability of the Lean Line Conveyor is incredibly high. I have customers that were early in the implementation of this with us in the product development that have been operating this thing daily for well over three and a half years now. And they don't have any maintenance calls on these things. Once their facilities engineers put these things in, turned them on, got them into production, they haven't had a single maintenance call on them yet. There's such a well-built, reliable, heavy-duty piece of equipment that they just work. These are incredibly easy to install. We've designed them to be super install friendly. Basically, you put this thing down in place, line it up, lag it to the floor. There's a couple chains you have to connect, plug your electrical in and go with this thing. These system like this, 63-foot system, it can be installed and operational with 2 or 3 guys within an hour. It takes nothing to install these things. We've done all the hard work up front so the customers don't have any problems in the field. Everything Keith Manufacturing builds comes backed with Keith Manufacturing's full 1-year warranty. Everything we do, we back with our service department, we back with our engineering, and we always stand behind what we do. In the industries that we've been around since the early 70s, we're known for standing behind our equipment. We don't build something that we're not gonna come out and fix for you if anything was to ever go wrong. So the Lean Line Conveyor has actually a very incredible weight capacity capabilities. With 4 runners, you could easily move up to 30 tons without really even trying. You know, you have something more than that, we can put more runners in place and move these things. We custom engineer all of these systems to our customer specifications. Basically, you tell us what you have and what you need to move, we'll build the system to move it for you. The Lean Line maintenance is incredibly minimal. There's really nothing to maintain on these things. You have electric motors in most applications, couplers that may need to be inspected and replaced once in a while. All of our bearings, all of our sprockets, gears, they're all sealed, long-lasting, heavy-duty equipment. Really, the only thing to maintain is just keep the chains clean, keep the chains lubricated. We use a heavy-duty 60-2 roller industrial grade chain. We have armor coat options if it is a real bad type of environment that we think there may be some corrosion issues. We can use the armor coat stuff on there as well that helps prevent that. But for the most part, keep it clean, lubricate it when necessary. So the Lean Line Conveyor was designed to be a modular option. So you can put this thing in a 50-foot conveyor. Later on down the line, you need to expand your line out and go further, go out to 100 foot. It's really easy. We can splice it and extend it out, or we can simply stack another conveyor right on the end of it and keep moving. These things are super easy, super simple, and ready to grow with your facility. We have multiple drive options. The majority of these things are going to go out with an AC motor on them, like you see here, small individual motors per runner. We have some applications where we have a larger motor that operates multiple runners at the same time. We can also do them off hydraulic power if we needed to. Some facilities have that available, makes it really easy. Again, there's just a multitude of that. You tell us what power source you have available, 482, 240, 575 up in Canada, whatever you have, we match the motor and the gearbox to do what you need done. These things have an incredible speed range. We've had some applications that wanted to go as slow as a quarter inch a minute, which we're able to do through custom gearboxes. And we have applications that are running this thing at 60+ foot a minute. Every one of our systems comes with a built-in VFD for the drive that allows you a certain range of adjustability within reason. You tell us what your takt time on your line is, we size the motors to meet that demand. Most of the lean line conveyance systems have a very, very simple, very intuitive control panel. We tried to keep it really easy. We don't need to complicate this. We just need it to go. Simple on-off buttons, simple speed control, forward, backwards, directional buttons, e-stops. I mean, it doesn't need to be much. We keep it real simple, real easy to use, and we match it to what you need it to be for your line. So the lean line conveyor is an excellent option for heavy, hard to handle, unique type loads. As you see here, we can put an assembly cart that lifts up and down, has a rotary table right on top of it. We can match this to what you need it to be. Every system is custom engineered to the customer's needs. Operating costs for the lean line conveyor are pretty low. We have very high efficiency motors on this. It doesn't take a lot to keep it moving once it's up and running. And the weight capacity doesn't really affect the cost of operating it. There's minimal maintenance, minimal service calls, so all that ties into your overhead operating costs. It just, once it's in place, it just keeps working. The heart of it, it's a simple chain conveyor that we took and made even easier. We took all the tensioning out of it. We took all of the grease points out of it. We took all the maintenance out of this thing. It's incredibly simple. You throw it down, lag it in place, turn it on, and go to work. So the applications for the lean line conveyor are virtually limitless. I have these in everything from truss manufacturing facilities to cold storage facilities to food manufacturers to medical equipment manufacturers. We've put these in multiple different locations across the US, all kinds of climates, all kinds of temperature ranges, and they just keep working. Every time a new customer comes to us and says, hey, that's a great conveyor, what about this application? I put it in front of our engineers, we come up with a solution that works. We have these things in cold storage facilities that are at near freezing temperatures. We have these things down in northern, kind of central Mexico with 115 degree ambient temperatures. They don't have any issues with them. I have these things up in northern Washington in the freezing, the cold, the snow, the road debris. Not an issue with those as well. I mean, it just seems to perform in virtually any environment that we've been able to put it into. We do use these at our own facility, actually. In some of our walking floor equipment, we use some real heavy steel floor slats, and we actually use that out on the line to help move those because they're such an awkward thing to move. They can be 50 to 60 foot long, weigh several hundred pounds apiece, and we come right off our roll forming equipment, right onto those, move it over to the welding department. They weld right on top of these things. They're very robust, heavy-duty, well-built piece of equipment, and again, once they're in place, they just keep working. The lean line conveyor is made in the heart of Central Oregon. It's 100% US made. We have everything extruded in the US. All the aluminum end caps are made right here in our facility on our machines, and it's assembled by people right here in Oregon.